Islam, Islam, Islamism. Praise Allah. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to this wonderful Friday, holy day. Loving my brothers and sisters as I love myself. Want for my brothers and sisters as I want for myself. The show today is fake, is the new real. The reason why for this show today is because a lot of fakeness going on seems to captivate the minds of young people, young, very young, old, and old, very mature in age, 50 and up, depending on who is caught up into this whirlpool of fakeness. Fake eyelashes, fake Indian hair that's not yours. You talking about you bought the hair so it's yours. And there's all kinds of stuff going on with this wearing someone else's hair on your head. If that's not your true hair, then why are you putting someone else's DNA and that leftover hair carries spirits? And Jezebel happened to be one of those spirits. And they cut their hair off so that way they can somehow, you know, take upon a new vibration. But they sell that stuff like it's candy out the candy store. Fake is the new real. I can remember a time back in the 70s. The afros, you can't fake an afro. I remember the sisters used to wear afro puffs, you know what I'm saying? And you can't fake an afro puff, yo. You can't fake just being who you are. You can't fake wearing a dashiki. You draw what I'm saying? And having your pants pulled up to your waist and wearing some boots. While the sisters over here wearing some bell bottoms. You draw what I'm saying? And some clogged shoes. And something that's very intriguing. But we got so much self-hatred going on to the point that the brothers and sisters decided to lose their afros, you know what I'm saying, and go get that concoction poison in their hair to make their hair more curly, which they call a jury curl, family. So what my brothers and sisters out there need to understand, go back to the natural. Go back to the afros, yo. You know, the thing is, and this is something my beloved mom used to tell me, back in when the afros was really getting it, whoever had the biggest afro in school, excuse me, got more ladies' attention. The bigger your afro, I'm talking about bigger than O.J. Simpson's afro in that one movie or something. But you couldn't fake having an afro because you had to grow it. You know what I'm saying? You had to grow it. You had to nurture it. Now you just now these days, you know, the sisters who be all Jezebel'd out and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They don't even grow their hair. They go to the store and buy it. You go get the fake eyelashes, the fake nails, and all this other disgusting stuff. And they wondering why they can't get a man. Well, if you want a man, you gotta be the part. You gotta be yourself. You can't be doing this self-hatred the way as the Romans do, brothers and sisters. There's no need to be romantic because you're not Roman. You're not from Italy. And if you are, maybe you need to a little heart from the head, from the checkup on your true nationality and culture. Because if you cannot understand what true culture is and following a trend or following something that does not belong to you, something that Europeans supposedly made up, some Johnny come lately type of stuff, to do all this self-hatred and all this other stuff, because that's what his woman does. You know, but the difference between the so-called black woman and the so-called white woman is that they naturally grow their hair long. European so-called white women do, you know what I'm saying? Versus the so-called black women, some of them grow their hair long too. But you have to weigh out what is good for you. You can't go follow the fad, the style, the fashion and everything, because that's not fashion, that's Babylon. You fail to think and understand why I call the show what it is, because y'all sisters out there just be faking. Y'all just think y'all just looking so beautiful and all this other stuff. And to me, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's just a straight turn off. Me, I love a woman with natural hair. You draw what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, with your hygiene, with your manicure, pedicure. But when you get them long Jezebel nails now, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem. It's a problem because you're going out there, you're prostituting yourself, you're not loving yourself, but you say you love yourself, but yet still when a man come up and trying to approach and trying to hit that, all of a sudden now he's thirsty. But you the one who to put out on that provocative outfit and dressing promiscuous, and you put out the energy to be promiscuous, you put your energy out there to be disrespected, and you wonder why. You wonder why you lesbian. You brothers wonder why you gay. Because you don't have knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is everything. Once you have an understanding of your male anatomy, you know what you got, you know what I'm saying, nobody can tell you otherwise, and someone try to persuade you into wearing women's garments, and we already know what the Bible says about men wearing women's garments and women wearing men's garments. That's an abomination. So there's nothing innocent, nothing cute about that. Every time I see a lesbian or whatever, and I see another one dressed in a dude's clothes or whatever and try to have a haircut, I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're really not all that cute. You're not all that attractive, to be honest with you. And if you're trying so hard to be so aggressive and trying so hard to put too much energy and put too much emotion trying to be a man, then you just lost in the sauce. And that goes for the transgender from so-called man, young man to woman. You putting all that hand gesture and all that stuff, and you prancing around like you Prancer from Rudolph and the Red-Nosed Reindeer, homeboys. You know what I'm saying? You just prancing around. Do you think really women really do that? I mean, yeah, some of them do that, but they don't be acting the way y'all be acting. Y'all just be faking. Just like I said, fake is the real now these days. But that fake ain't my type of realness. I just see for what it is. And as far as like reproduction concerned, TLC is owned by the the Jewish community. Every TV show that you see is owned by the Jewish community of Hollywood, Hollyweird. And they're the one who predict your state of mind on what's real and what's fake, what's fashion and what's not. Me, personally, I personally rather wear a turban on my head and have a dashiki or Islamic garment. That style never goes out of fashion. I don't care what nobody say. Someone will call my garment a dress is not a dress. And if you really read Quran, it tells you that a man's supposed to be covering his manhood. Supposed to be covering his buttocks up. You draw what I'm saying? Because if he reveals himself, he looking like a gigolo. So now the question you need to ask yourself is, what am I doing? Why am I dressing like this? Why am I eating this food like this? How come I'm not eating, how come I'm so tired all the time? Because I go and do what Eddie Murphy do, talking about party all the time. I spend all this money on women, but they don't have no love for me because you have no love for yourself. You have low vibration, self-esteem, toxic. So whatever you eat, whatever you think, that's what you become. You become people who become just like you, and you hang around that. And to all those women out there who promote that homosexuality, there's something wrong with you. You need to tell that dude straight up, like, dude, you ain't no woman. You need to start being honest. And brothers, you need to start being honest with these women. Talking about they cut they nursing breast off. You know what I'm saying? To nurture a baby, just to look like a dude. You need to check them. Because if you don't check the person who you know who is acting like that, then you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. You're just as worse as them. You might as well just put a so-called rainbow flag on the back of your vehicle and say I support LBGTQ. You might as well say that. Because if you keep promoting that behavior, that means you are not opposing the behavior. That means you're with the behavior. And if you're with the behavior, then that means you must be burnt out. You must be burnt and be salty like them ones in Sodom and Gomorrah, yo. But y'all don't see the light. You're walking by sight, but not by faith. You're mixing your belief with your faith, and that's totally the opposite. But yet and still, you choose to be indoctrinated by what you see on TV, and that's okay. Hold on, family. Well, family, this is why you cannot be having your children watch certain cartoons. Right now, you should even have mama being pregnant watching all that toxic show and stuff. Because when she's pregnant, all she's doing is relaying a message to the baby that this is okay. But a lot of people don't see it. A lot of people don't understand it. I can recall some different times in my life that, you know, this the society we live in is in the hands of the wicked, and the wicked are the one who control what we see. You know what I'm saying? What to consume, and sometimes we just go ahead and buy it. We don't even do the thinking for ourselves. So because we don't, the common people don't do the thinking for themselves. They're a slave to the consumer to go buy. And all this stuff about energy and attracting this type of one and that type of one and want to live a certain lifestyle is all an illusion. But where can you find love from someone else if you don't even love yourself? But yeah, and still people want to say that if you love me, you'll do what I tell you to do. That's that compulsive behavior. Like, love doesn't even come at people like that. Love is never forceful. It's more like lust and hate and have an ulterior motive. But nobody does any thinking. Common sense is not common to the common people. It really isn't. Because people fail to think. So all this fakeness, Black Lives Matter. Black lives never mattered, never have, never will. I don't even see anybody trying to group up and trying to make a change. You can sit here and march all you want and make your feet blister, but yet still you don't get no results at the end of the day because you call yourself dead. You don't see the light, and you never will. But you don't do no thinking, you never will have and you never will. The only way you can start changing right now is doing some thinking for yourself. You figure out what's real and what's fake, because the fake is already the new real. And y'all don't even pay attention. You're more concerned about who could dance better than who in church, and who looked better than who in church, and who could twerk better than whoever. And everything always got to be about a competition. But the question is, speaking of competition, do you know who you're in competition with? You're in competition with yourself, your state of mind. But yeah, you don't understand that. And I don't think you ever will. Because you have already lost the war. As soon as the day that you have decided to alter yourself and change yourself, you've already lost the war. And there's no coming back after worshiping the devil. You committing all these orgies, sleeping with other men's wives, sleeping with other wives' husbands, and yet still you supposed to be okay with that? But you live in a toxic lifestyle, but you don't really understand that you're going to reap what you sow. and you choose to stop thinking for yourself and start reacting upon emotion and your feelings don't mean nothing. Everyone here has been hurt, but the question is, how do you grow out of that? How do you figure out how to be the solution instead of being the problem? And right now, it's not even about what you want. It's about what's right and what's wrong. People are so quick to acknowledge evil and say that love is bad. Peace don't exist. And the things that we go through have to resonate with our thinking. But the problem is, the so-called Negro blacks and colors don't think. They just do. And a lot of them won't change. A lot of them won't even change for the better, because if common sense tell you that majority of 90-something% of the people have a nationality, how come you haven't proclaimed your nationality yet? Why are you following the folly? Why are you out there going out there butt breaking to wear these skinny tight jeans, your little brother's jeans, and you can't even fit them? But you ready to get sodomized by another man. That's what happens when you sag. Or should I say sagging, which is niggas backwards. I don't even use these words. But, hey, if the truth hurts, wear it. And wear it till it stops hurting. But right now, you gotta really start reflecting. In order to want better for yourself, you have to think better and do better. And right now, you really gotta take into consideration of your life. No one can change your lifestyle but you. No one can understand lifestyle but you. But in order to find that companion or find that loved one, you have to be the one to make the first move. And that first move is making a change mentally. And it's not just on these young men. It's on these young women too. But yet and still, you still want to call yourself a pedophile. Talking about this is your boyfriend. A boy is a person who is underage. And you know that doesn't make sense to call a grown man a boy friend and a grown woman calling a girlfriend, a woman. That's defamation of character. That's slander. But yet you still don't see it though. You gotta be the one to change for yourself. You gotta want this for yourself. And if you're not willing to change, then keep doing the folly. Keep doing what you do. Because at the end, you can say you love the Most High, you can love Allah or God or whatever you want. But as soon as you turned your back on the great God Allah, Allah is always waiting there. But you're the one who turn your back on him. You never think to yourself, when can I change? When can I do better? And all it takes is just one step. You take one step towards Allah, Allah takes 5 steps towards you. And I know this for a fact. Because right now there's supposed to be things that's happening to me. That's supposed to happen, that's not happening. Because I acknowledge Allah.
But you have to make the choice yourself. Nobody can do it for you. Them skinny tight jeans, they got to go. Having them pants hang off your butt, that got to go. And if you brothers out there who are sagging and doing all that stuff, then you're the one with the problem. Find some clothes that fit. But yeah, and still you can't run with skinny tight jeans. Away from the slave patrol. But I'm gonna have to cut this live short. I have some more shows coming up. And always remember, Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through His holy prophet, through Ali. Whatever the trials and tribulations you all are going through, family, I pray that you conquer it in the name of peace. Nothing else. So you continue to stay strong and take heed to these lessons that I have to say to you. And young brothers and young sisters out there, young men, get a trade. Learn how to do something. Young ladies, stop prostituting yourself and go learn a trade. Go be a nurse or something. Learn how to sew. Learn how to make your own clothes. Learn how to do something positive and be industrious. But I gotta go. Peace and love. Islam.